there, welcome to Yoga Pad and welcome to your 45-minute sequence for a month. So this month we're going to go into the brave new world of inversions. We're going to focus on handstand and shoulder stand. So I've got a lovely little poem I found which I think is a very nice way to approach handstand and the play of handstand. It's written by John O'Donoghue. Awaken your spirit to adventure. Hold nothing back. Learn to find ease in risk. Soon you will be home in a new rhythm, for your soul senses the world that awaits you. So short, but I think it just encapsulates that little bit of adventure and kicking your legs up into the unknown. So before we get going, there's just a couple of things that would be useful to have. When we'll do shoulder stand near the end, we'll need to have some blankets folded up. So I'm going to be using 3. You can use 2 or 3, and if you don't have some nice blankets at home, you could get some big beach towels and probably fold them over into thirds and pop them in a nice neat stack. You may need a chair or a bolster or a cushion, so I'll explain what that's for near the end. But they're the things that you should go and get now in order to start. So let's begin. Come to the front of your mat. Pop your feet together, big toes together, roll your shoulders back, turn your palms to the front. Let's close your eyes for a moment and just center yourself, welcome yourself to your practice, and just find that little childlike spirit within, knowing that you will be playing around with preparation for handstands and possibly actual handstands, and just conjuring up the image of little children in the playground, just carefree, kicking their legs up in the air, enjoying themselves. Opening the eyes, inhaling the arms up, and exhale the arms down, crossing the hands at the heart. Inhale, and exhale, just the arms to start with. Get the breath and the movement working together. Inhale, nice deep long breath, and then exhale, release the arms. Inhale, take the arms up, and then exhale, fold forward, straight or bent knees to start with, looking inward. Inhale, stretch the chest forward. Exhale, plant the hands and step the knees back, drop the knees onto the floor, lift the feet, drop your hips so that your thighs, hips and waist are in one nice straight line. Inhale, send the chest forward and slightly up, and then exhale, broaden across the shoulder blades on the back. Inhale, straighten and strengthen the arms, and then exhale, press down through the index finger side of both hands. Inhale, really lengthen the crown of the head forward, and then exhale, really soften into the upper back. Inhale, and then exhale, place the feet down, lift the knees off. Inhale one more time. Exhale, bend the knees, lower your body down, flatten your feet on the floor, roll the shoulders back. Nice wide fingers. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, soften down. Inhale, push through the hands, push through each of your fingers. Exhale, soften down. Inhale, tops of the feet pressing into the floor, and then exhale, soften down. Inhale, coming up through knees, tuck the toes, and take yourself back into downward dog. Depending what time of the day it is, so the back of your legs may feel stiff, or if it's more towards the end of the day, they might feel quite open already. So if you're feeling a little bit like you need to walk through the heels, then go for it. If you're ready just to settle back into down dog, just taking both heels onto the floor and enjoying some nice long deep breaths here. Inhale deeply, really lengthen the spine. Exhale, really sending energy down the back of the legs. Inhale, push the hands down into the mat and slightly forward. And exhale, push down through the back of the heels. Inhale. And exhale, just softening the chest slightly towards the thighs. Inhale, lifting your right leg up. And then exhale, pushing that top foot towards the wall behind you. Inhale here, push the hands down and forward. Exhale, stretch that top foot back. Inhale, long, strong, straight arms. Exhale, lift the lower belly into the body. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, soften the ribs into the body. Inhale and exhale. Inhale one more time here, and then exhale, release the foot down. Inhale the left foot up. Exhale, send that foot flat to the wall behind you. Inhale, turn the kneecap and the big toe towards the mat, and exhale, soften back through the chest. Inhale, nice long, strong, straight arms. Exhale, lift the lower belly into the body. Inhale deeply, and then exhale, soften the chest back. Inhale, and then exhale, release the foot, put the feet together, glue the big toes together, glue the ankle bones together, glue the inner knees together, and inhale, lift up high, look forward. Exhale, soften down through the feet. Inhale, keep the inner knees glued together as you lift and look up. Exhale, melt. Inhale, and then exhale. Inhale, look up, bend the knees a lot, look forward. Jump forward, try and keep the knees together as you jump, look up. And then exhale, soften down. Inhale, nice big sweep of the arms. And then exhale, softly down. Inhale. And then exhale. Inhale. Exhale, back into plank. Inhale really deeply here, stretch the crown of the head forward. Exhale, push the back of the heels back. Inhale, really stretch and strengthen the arms. And exhale, isometrically pull the inner arms together. So meaning that you're sort of bringing them in towards each other without actually moving them. So inhale, really strengthen the arms, draw them in together. Exhale, soften the shoulder blades on the back. Inhale. And then exhale, bend the elbows, lower down to your belly, stretch the feet behind you, take some little claw hands on the outer side of the mat. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, soften the chest down. Inhale, lift the chest, push the tops of the feet into the floor. And exhale. Inhale, lift up, stay up and kind of just do a little bit of a shoulder shimmy on the back and sort of get a little bit of juice flowing through the upper back. Inhale, lift, and then exhale, soften down, push through the hands over the knees into downward dog, stretch back, enjoy. Step your right foot forward about 30 centimetres or so and bring your shoulders above the wrists. Lift the left leg. See if you can roll the inner thigh up towards the roof. Point the kneecap and the big toe down. Bend the right leg and just feel a little bit of softness as you bend and stretch the right leg. And then just start to lift the right leg an inch or so off the ground. As you do so, really keep this top left leg really straight and strong. And over the next few little kick-ups, see if you can kick up a touch higher, keeping the left leg straight and strong, the inner thigh still rolling up towards the roof, the big toe still pointing down towards the mat. Up and down, and just softly landing on the right leg, and just gauging how much juice you need to give yourself to kick up and down. Stretch back, down dog. If you need to, drop the knees and just take a little bit of a break. So inhale, coming back into downward dog. Step the left leg forward about 30 centimetres. Bring the shoulders over the wrists. Raise the right leg up. Get a nice little bit of bend through the left leg. Right big toe facing down. Right inner thigh rolling up. And just experiment. Jump an inch or so off the floor. Keep the top leg strong. And just over the next few jumps up and down, experiment with how high you can go, keeping the top leg nice and strong. Just work out how much oomph you need to give it. and stretching back, downward dog. Enjoy. If you need to drop your knees, have a little break. Otherwise, just find a nice, long, deep breath here. So you may have become a little puffed from the little kick-ups. So just recover the breath here, knees on or off the floor. Bringing the big toes together. Glue the inner big toes together, the ankle bones together, the inner knees. Inhale, look up. Exhale, soften down. Inhale. And then exhale. Inhale. And then exhale. Inhale, lift up, bend the knees, look forward and boing to the front. Lift the chest. Exhale, soften forward. Inhale, circle the arms all the way up. And then exhale, release. Inhale. And then exhale, fold forward. Inhale, look up. Exhale, take yourself back to plank, nice strong plank. Inhale, really push down through the index finger side of your hands. And exhale, really broaden across the shoulder blades. Inhale, breathe energy up the inner arms. And then exhale, broaden the collarbones there. Inhale. And then exhale, send the heels back to the wall behind you. Inhale, stretch the spine long. And then exhale, lift the lower belly and the lower ribs into the body. Inhale deeply. And then exhale, lower all the way down to the floor. And your choice of cobra, or you can lift up into upward dog. And exhale, lift the lower belly and take yourself back into downward dog here. Inhale the right foot up. And exhale, bring it through. Step between the thumbs, come up onto fingertips. Bend the front knee, turn the back foot down 45 degrees. Get a nice strong lunge and strong legs happening here. Inhale, deeply stretch the spine forward. And exhale, really power down through the pinky toe side of your back foot. Inhale, strong in the front foot as you lift up, look up. And then exhale, taking the hands behind you. Interlace the fingers and turn your chest so that you're at a bit of a diagonal. Inhale, lift the hands away from the bottom, and exhale, roll the shoulders back, open the chest. Inhale, lift the fingers up. Exhale, soften there through the shoulders. Inhale, lift the hands up, and then exhale there. Inhale, lengthen the sides of the neck. Exhale, slide the sides of the neck back. Inhale, reach through the crown of the head. And then exhale, soften down through the hips. Inhale one more time. Exhale, release the hands, turn the chest around to the front. Inhale. And then exhale, bring the hands down and push back. Just lift the right leg up, step it forward about 30 centimetres. And just lift the left leg. This time we're going to do little hop switches. So just do a little bit of a bend through the right leg and switch to the left foot. Switch to the right foot, switch to the left. And little by little, just taking yourself a little bit higher, aiming to have your shoulders above your wrists and aiming the hips above the shoulders. And see if you can keep rolling the inner thigh towards the roof, big toes pointing directly down. And then stretch back into downward dog. Drop the knees if you need a little bit of a break, or just settle back into downward dog. You may be a little puffed, so just recover the breath here. Nice long deep breaths. Inhale the left leg up, and then exhale. Step it forward between the thumbs, coming up onto fingertips, lunge. Nice square shape through the front leg, and take the back foot down. Inhale, stretch the spine forward. Exhale, really put energy back through the pinky toe side of the back foot. Inhale, stand up nice and strong. And then exhale, take the hands behind you, interlace the fingers, roll the shoulders back, and turn the body to a bit of an angle. Inhale, lift the hands up behind you, And then exhale, stretch the knuckles back behind you. Inhale, lift and open the chest. Exhale, stretch the knuckles back. Inhale, lengthen the spine. And then exhale. So we're just preparing our shoulders here actually for shoulder stand. When we're going to do plow pose before shoulder stand. So nice long deep breaths here, inhale. And then exhale. One more nice big breath in. And then exhale, release the hands. Turn the chest to the front. One big breath up. And then exhale, release the hands down. Step back. Step the left leg forward 30 centimeters. Take the shoulders over the wrists. And 5 or 6 times, hop switch, hop switch, hop switch. Just find your own little groove. Just work out what is a good height for you to kick up and down. And then stretch back. So you may want to drop the knees here, recover the breath that way, or just enjoy a nice downward dog for a few breaths. Step the feet together, big toes together, ankles together, inner knees together. Come high onto the toes, bend the knees, keep the knees together as you jump. Look up, and then exhale, soften. Inhale, stretch all the way up. And then exhale, release the hands down, roll the shoulders back. Take the hands onto your waist. Inhale, lift high onto the toes. And then exhale, release the feet down. Inhale, lift high onto the toes and stay here. And then exhale, soften the ribs into the body. Inhale, really lengthen through the legs. Exhale, soften back through the belly. Inhale, lengthen the sides of the waist. Exhale, roll the shoulders down. Stay on toes. Inhale, lift the arms up. And exhale, turn the palms to face the wall that you're looking at. Inhale, reach through the fingers. Exhale, slide the shoulders down the back and broaden across the upper back. Inhale, reach. Exhale, if you can, take your eye gaze up slightly. Inhale. And exhale, see if you can take the eye gaze a teeny bit higher. Inhale, reach. And then exhale, soften down through the heels and release. Yes, and I almost fell over. Inhale, look up. And then exhale, floating down. Inhale, looking forward. Exhale, step back into a nice strong plank, knees on the floor if you're getting tired, or stay up here. Inhale, really lengthen through the inner arm. Exhale, really ground down through the index finger side of the hands. Inhale, really broaden across the back shoulders. Exhale, really send the heels back behind you. Inhale, one more time. Exhale, lower down, your choice of cobra or upward dog. And then exhale, lift the lower belly to take yourself back. Inhale, the right leg up. Exhale, step it forward, turn the back foot down, nice strong legs, inhale. And then exhale, the hands down, interlace the fingers, turn the chest. Inhale, lift the fingers. Exhale, release them. Inhale. And then exhale, straighten the front leg, take the fingertips down. Inhale, lift the chest forward. Exhale, send the right hip down and back as you melt forward over the leg, and just enjoy a nice stretch through the hamstring and a little bit of downtime before we do a few more little handy standies. So nice long deep breath in, stretch the spine long. Exhale, draw the lower belly in as you melt forward. Inhale deeply and exhale smoothly. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and then exhale. Inhale, bend the knee. One big stretch up, look up. And then exhale, soften the hands down. Step back into downward dog. Step the feet in about 20 centimeters or so. Glue the big toes together, the inner ankles together. Really press down through the hands. The index finger side of the hands and the inner arms are very strong here. Glue the inner knees together. Bring the weight forward. Bend the knees and just kick up a couple of inches. And little by little, starting to take the hips a touch higher and even flick your heels up towards your bottom. Yes, you're actually kicking your own butt. So this is not a bad thing to do if you're ever procrastinating. Just get off your chair, kick your own butt. So you're just aiming hips above shoulders or anywhere that they go. Knees together, ankles together, stretch back. Enjoy that energy and warmth through the body. Inhale deeply. Exhale, stretch back through the heels. Inhale the left leg up. And then exhale, step it forward. Turn the back foot down. Nice big breath in. And exhale, take the hands behind you. Turn the chest. Interlace the fingers. One breath, inhale. And then exhale, release the hands down. Turn the chest. Inhale. And then exhale, straighten the front leg. Take the fingertips down, lengthen the spine as you breathe in. Exhale, melt down. So just enjoy not only a nice hamstring stretch, but an opportunity just to recover the breath after all your little energies used in the handstands. Inhaling, looking forward. Exhale, press the hands down. Step back. Breathing. Inhale, push down and forward through the hands. Exhale, stretch back and down through the heels. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, lift the back of the hips upward. Inhale, come high onto the toes, look forward, bend the knees. See if you can bring the knees together as you jump forward. Inhale, look up. And then exhale, melt forward. Inhale, stretch all the way up. And then exhale, release. Coming high onto the toes, hands on your waist to start. Inhale, really lengthen up through the legs. Exhale, soften the ribs into the body. Draw the lower belly in. Inhale, take the hands up. Exhale, turn the palms to the wall you're looking at. Inhale, reach the fingertips high, draw the inner knees towards each other. Exhale, flex the hands so the fingers are pointing to the wall behind you. Inhale, push through the palm of the hand upward. Exhale, soften the ribs into the body. Inhale, push through the index finger side of both hands. Exhale, take your eye gaze slightly upward. Inhale, keep drawing the inner legs towards each other. Exhale, push through the hands. Inhale one more time. Exhale, look up a teeny bit more. Inhale, and then exhale, softly release. And that, my friends, is an upside down handstand. So let's go to the wall and we'll test out a few of the things we've just been working on. So hopefully you've got a nice clear wall space, or even a door is a nice thing. Make sure it's obviously closed really well. You might want to slide your mat over to the wall, either against the wall or about a hand distance away from the wall. So let's get going. Nice downward dog. So take the hands about 2 hand spans away from the wall. Nice wide fingers. Really anchor down through the index finger side of both of them. Really lengthen up through the inner arms, both sides. And step the right foot forward. Lift the left leg. Take a little bit of a bend through the right leg. Knowing that the wall's behind you, you can give it a bit of juice. See if you can touch the wall with your left heel without putting a hole in the wall. Use your belly for control. Kick up and down and up and down. So my heel's touching the wall a bit like an elephant. So which means I need to control my core a little bit more. So little by little, finding, there we go, that's a fairy touch. So a couple more on this side. And then changing sides, take a little break between sides if you need. Lift the right leg, get a little bit of bend through the left, and kick up, and down, and up, and down, and up. Oop, that was a fairy touch. And down, up, and down. One more for good luck. Up. Oops, didn't make it, and down. Okay, and taking the knees wide, just taking the hands and making a little pillow. Just stretch back. Have a little rest. Relax the arms, relax the shoulders. And then coming up. So we'll do one more little series of kicking up to the wall. So you can repeat what we just did, which is very nice. And I find it useful to practice equally kicking up with both legs, because we naturally favour one leg as we kick up. But I find it's very useful to practice both sides. And over time, you'll forget which is your dominant leg. So that's pretty cool. So this time we're going to do our little bunny hops, if you'd like to give that a go. So placing the hands about 2 hand spans back from the wall, lifting up, step the feet in, glue your inner big toes, ankles, inner knees together, bend the legs, bring the shoulders over the wrists. We're going to kick our own butt, but we're going to go even further than that and see if we can touch the wall. Touch and down. Stretch back, lift up, touch, and down. And a couple more for good luck. Oh, easy to run out of steam doing that. So just have a little break, sit back, and make a little pillow with the hands. And just relax, recover the breath. So just keep your head down for a moment. Just really enjoy some nice flowing breaths. So I find the best way to gain a little bit of control with handstands is just to keep practicing them. And because they are quite playful, you can kind of slot them into your life. My favourite time to practice these things is when I'm waiting for toast to cook, because it's very boring watching toast cook. So a couple of flip up and down on the wall, and it's amazing what happens. So practice that in as much as you want in your own free time. We can actually go into shoulder stand now, and we've done a lot of work with a lot of, our hearts have been beating quite a lot, so we're just going to bring it down a little bit. So grab your blankets or your beach towels, as we mentioned at the beginning of class, and put them into the middle of your mat and stack them, so if it's 2 or 3, so they're kind of like in a small little steps. So these are stacked about 2 centimetres in a little step, and the reason they're in a little step like that is when we go up into shoulder stand, sometimes they move. So we'll set them up that way to start. Make sure your towels or your blankets are nice and flat. You may, depending on your flexibility, especially in the hamstrings, you may want to pop a chair onto the floor behind you with the back of the chair facing the wall, or a stack of cushions. So I'll do it with a bolster, but if you've got a few cushions or something, you can use that. Okay, so before we start, just sit on the blankets. And before we did some stretching back through the shoulders, which we're going to do a minute on the floor. So interlace the fingers, open the chest, lift the interwoven fingers up behind you, and feel that your shoulders are moving so close towards each other. They're kind of closing over the top of your spine. So in a way, they're really protecting your spine. So when we go up into shoulder stand, we are indeed on our shoulders and not necessarily putting too much weight directly on our spine. So just get that little sensation there. The sides of the neck lengthen, and then draw the sides of the neck back, and then lift the chin ever so slightly up. Not too much, just so that you're not overstretching this way with the chin. Inhale, just lift the knuckles up behind you, and then exhale, release the shoulders. Come to lie down, pop your shoulders onto the edge of the blankets or towels, and about an inch or so, a couple of centimetres away from the edge of the blankets, and lift the legs over, touching your feet either onto your chair, your stack of cushions,
or if you don't need any of those, you can place them on the floor. I'll just use the bolster here. Take the hands onto the hips to start, and then take them down, interlace the fingers, and then tuck your shoulders underneath, just as we did sitting up a minute ago, so that you really tuck, 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 and as much as you can, feel that you are indeed on the shoulders. Lengthen the sides of the neck, lift the chin ever so slightly. And breathe here. See if you can get some nice long deep breaths here. You may feel a bit squished, so see if you can really expand through the ribs here. You can have it's a lovely view of your own stomach, which isn't always that pretty. But anyway, just enjoy. And either stay here, or if you're feeling pretty good, you can take the hands just at the top of the hips and put a bit of weight in the hands, lift the feet up, inner knees, inner ankles, big toes, glue them together, and just put the weight of your hips into your hands, half shoulder stand. A bit more freedom in the breath here, so really expand into the front ribs. And if you want to go a little further, start to walk the palms up the back with the fingers pointing up towards the hips, and start to nestle the hands into the mid-back, stretch the legs up, point the toes to start, flex the feet, and then take them about halfway in between, just sending energy upward through the legs, drawing the shoulders underneath you, lengthening the sides of the neck, lift the chin ever so slightly, and breathe. So staying here for about half a minute or 1 minute, depending on how you feel. So just settle into your own nice, long, rhythmic breath here. If you need to come down, bring the feet down. If you're happy to stay, then just nestle the hands a teeny bit higher if you can. Higher meaning lower, actually, higher towards your shoulders. Keep the hips moving back. Keep the feet moving back to the wall behind you, and the hips actually moving forward towards your face. And then very slowly start to slide the hands up towards the back of the hips, lower the feet down and lower them behind you, either onto your chair, your stack of cushions, or onto the floor if that works for you. And breathing here, just enjoy. You can release the hands, interlace the fingers, retuck the shoulders if they've come out a bit. And then to come out, take the hands onto the back of the hips and just slowly start to roll the hips down. Use the hands into the back of the hips as like little brakes, and control yourself as you come down. Just take the feet onto the floor, let everything settle. So you've been upside down, had everything kind of shaken up the other way. So just here, let everything rejig itself back into place. Then stepping the feet slightly closer towards your bottom, hip width apart. Take the hands onto the side of the hips, lift up onto elbows, and lift the chest up, and take the crown of the head back towards the floor. And breathing here, just a couple of breaths.
Inhale to come out, and then exhale, release down, and just let yourself settle again. Draw the knees in towards the chest. Take the hands behind the knees. Just get a little bit of momentum through the back and rock yourself up to sit. And coming onto the side of the blankets, the edge of the blankets, take the feet into Baddha Konasana. Baddha Konasana, bound angle pose. Holding the feet, see if you can just put the feet right together. You'll notice that lifts the knees up. If that supports your knees well, then stay here. If you've got a bit more give in the inner thighs, you can take the feet upward and take the knees down towards the floor a little bit more, lifting up through the spine. And either stay here upright, or you can exhale, fold forward, take the fingertips onto the floor in front of you. Inhale, lengthen the spine here. And then exhale, you can start to creep yourself down. You can close the eyes here. Just enjoy the length of the spine. And little by little, you can take yourself down. So holding here for about half a minute. And when you're ready, just walking the hands back. Stay up onto the blankets. You can take the legs crossed, roll the shoulders back. Just nice big circles. So you've done a lot of work through the arms. The shoulders have been bearing a lot of your own body weight. So just releasing them now, taking them back the other direction. And shrugging them up and down. Any tension, just breathe it out. And then taking semicircles with the head. So starting one side, taking it all the way on an in-breath. And then a semicircle with the out-breath. So don't take the head behind you, just keeping the chin in front of you, going shoulder to shoulder. In-breath one way, out-breath the other way. When you get all the way over to the right-hand side the next time, stay there. Inhale, lift the chin a touch. And exhale, just slightly drop the left shoulder down, really stretching the side of the neck. Inhale, lift the chin a teeny bit. Exhale, soften the left shoulder down. Then inhale all the way over to the other side. And then exhale, drop the right shoulder. Inhale, lift the chin a touch. And exhale, drop the right shoulder. Inhale. And then exhale. Release the head and roll the shoulders back. Very nice. So a very well-deserved Shavasana. So take yourself to lie down on the mat. Seems you've got a little stack of cushions or a bolster. You may as well use it. So pop that underneath your legs. And lie back down, take the palms up. Really released here through the shoulders. They've done a lot of work. Really let the arms just soften down. Melting through the whole back body, through the back of the hips, the back of the knees, the back of the heels. you've got a little bit of extra time, and you can stay a bit longer, then stay. Otherwise, taking a few deeper breaths. Preparing the body to move again, just circling the wrists, circling the ankles. Taking the arms overhead. And then release the arms down by the side, draw the knees up, turning over to the right. And then coming to sit. Just take a comfortable seat and taking the hands to the heart, looking inward and just looking in and honouring the child within you who's willing to give it a go, to play, just to experiment. Well done to you. Namaste.